What's up guys, welcome to my channel. XO Sheba here. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome, and if you're an OG subscriber, what's good, welcome back. So today's a little bit different. I haven't done like a girl chat type topic in a minute, but I wanted to do one because it's a topic that a lot of people around me tell me they have trouble with, and that's making friends as an adult. Now, I've been pretty friendly most of my life, so I've never really had a hard time making friends. But I do have some pointers and tips of how I got in that position. Because let's be real, as you get older, your friend groups change. You grow apart from people, y'all don't have the same interests anymore. Like, things just change, it happens. Also, you know, there's people who move to new states, you have to make new friends, put yourself out there. It's a lot, so I just got some tips on how I do it. To know me is to know that I have a lot of friends. Everybody's not my best friend, but I have a decent amount of close friends, and I have a lot of acquaintance friends that I rock with. Most of them I've actually made in my 20s. I'm still tight with my childhood friends, don't get me wrong, but we're not as close as we used to be over the years, and that's not a problem to me because, you know, life goes on, you evolve, people get in relationships, people just get into different things. You're not, you know, what you're into, what you were into when you were like 14, 15. Honestly, making friends as an adult really starts with what's your energy like. Whatever you're feeling on the inside is what you're gonna project out to other people, even if that's not what you're saying. So if you're going into, you know, events, networking events, or just meeting new people with the mindset of this isn't gonna work, you're probably going to manifest that it's not gonna work. And you're already probably preparing yourself to be on defense. And that's just not how it's gonna work, guys. You gotta be a little bit vulnerable. I know it's hard. I have my areas where that's a struggle for me too, but you gotta do it. So go into things open and be okay if it doesn't work out for you, but go into it open. You know, meet people, just, hey, how are you? You know, what do you like to do? Stuff like that. Just get to know people, see if y'all align, but be okay. Don't take it personal if y'all don't. Your energy towards this is honestly the biggest thing for you. You have to practice non-attachment, honestly, in every area of your life, but especially in this area if this is what you struggle with. Don't take a new friendship that doesn't work out personal, or if you put yourself out there and it doesn't work the first time personal. Some people you just don't gel with, or maybe they're just not in the headspace where they want to make new friends. You just never know what's going on for someone else. You don't need to make it your problem. You just need to keep it moving. So go into it with a great attitude, and if it don't work, it just don't work. Keep it pushing. You're good regardless. You're never alone. You're with you. Speaking of networking and things, go out, go meet new people. There's a lot of women's events I know in my city that I go to, and I make new acquaintances and new friends all the time. The same way they talk about you not gonna meet a man sitting in your living room, it's the same way with friends. You're not gonna make new friends sitting on your couch, not making new friends. And it's summertime now, so I'm sure there's a lot of events going on wherever you are. So take yourself to the events, take yourself to the festivals, anything that's going on where you can possibly meet new people, and it's probably a space where people are open to meeting new people. Do that. Join women's groups. I'm part of a book club. I joined the Urban League for Young Professionals, and I've already made new friends there too. I have no self-control. Like, if you want to be my friend, you can be my friend. But also on that same topic, when people invite you out, show up. There's a lot of people out there who just like to be invited, but then they don't come when you invite them places. That's the easiest way for people to stop inviting you places. I ain't saying you got to show up to everything, but, you know, do a little self-analysis, check, make sure you're somebody that when people invite you to be places, that you show up for them. You gotta put into the relationship too. It's not just about you. And on top of that, also making sure you're inviting other people places as well. It's okay to have friend tiers. Everybody doesn't need to be your best friend. I'm okay with allowing people to fit into my life where they have the capacity to fit. And that's probably a big reason why I can keep a lot of people around me, is because there's no pressure to have to be somebody that you are not. There's no pressure to show up for me in a capacity that you're not able to show up for me. Whatever you can bring to the table in the relationship, I'm okay with, but I do categorize it to fit, you know, where it's at. Like for me, if you're a really close friend, I'm probably gonna prioritize you before someone who's just, you know, somebody I see every blue moon, or it might be just not going out friend or something like that. But on the same note, some of my close friends are not my going out friends. Some of my close friends are not my book club friends. Everybody's not gonna be an all around friend. And that doesn't make them a bad friend either. Like, you just have to accept the capacity that people can give you. The same way people have to accept the capacity that you can give them. And don't be scared to make the first move either. Approach people. If they look friendly, if they look open, approach them, see if they're interested in making new friends, see if y'all have things in common. Tell somebody you like their outfit, tell somebody you like their shoes, you know, pass a compliment. You can start there. Don't make it fake. Like, if you really like somebody's style, like, it's okay to tell them that. And some people won't be receptive. I'm the type of person, I will tell somebody like, oh, I really like what you got on, or something like that. And some people, most of the time, they're really receptive, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's like a really stuck up bougie attitude about it, and it's just like, okay, I see where you're at. I'm not on that. I'll move on. Also, make sure you have your own life. I feel like as adults, this kind of isn't hard, but if you're someone who struggles with codependency, and that's a real thing, no judgment, but if you struggle with that, make sure you're checking yourself to make sure you're still maintaining your own life. Like we was talking about earlier, non-attachment, you're still good regardless. Make sure your own company is company that you enjoy. You don't ever want to feel like you're a heavy burden or a weight on people to where they feel like they have to show up for you or you're just gonna shrivel up. And I'm not saying go into hyper independence mode, because that's kind of like the same type of energy, just different sides of the same coin. But I am saying make sure you're still good regardless, just as you. Be okay with taking yourself on a solo date. I do it sometimes, and that's new for me. I was never really a solo date girl. I had to go out with somebody, and as of just this year, I started going out more just by myself. If nobody was free to go, I'm still gonna go, even if it's just me. And at first it felt awkward because I was like, what am I gonna like do with my time? What am I gonna look awkward? Am I just gonna be, you know, at the event quiet with my arms to my side? Like, what's gonna happen? But what ended up happening was I was just entertained, and I started talking to people that were just around me, or people that were around me were talking to me. I had to go to an event. I sat at a table. I didn't know none of the women at that table, but I was still chatting with them a little bit. I went to another event after that. I didn't necessarily make friends with those girls, but I definitely was friends for the night. While I was at that event, I was part of their crew. I would honestly say, and I guess it depends on where you're at too, but I feel like, in my opinion, most people are way more friendly than we like to give it credit for. It's just that a lot of us live on the defense because we don't want to get our feelings hurt, and that's real. But if you can step outside of that and just be okay with whatever outcomes are, you'll find that it's very easy to make a lot of friends. And the people that don't want to be your friend, be thankful for that, because they was gonna end up getting on your nerves anyway. But most importantly, make sure you're being yourself. It's easy to get caught up in trying to figure out who am I supposed to be liked, you know, if that's an issue for you. But honestly, people like you the most when you're just being yourself. So that's why it goes back to the energy too. Meditate before you go out. That'll help you to stay cool, calm, and collected, so that way you are still showing up as you and people can connect to you. Because trying to show up as somebody you're acting like or who you're trying to be, thinking to people please, it's just gonna deter people. And it's kind of unfair to you and them because they didn't get a chance to see the real you. Just because you're being you doesn't mean that everybody is going to like you, but the people that like you will like you for you, and you can feel safe and comfortable in those relationships. And then the more you get comfortable with talking to people and making new friends, the easier it'll become, the more you're not even thinking about it, and it becomes naturally to you. If you don't